Hey guys, welcome along to this one. Quick disclaimer, like an idiot, I've got no sound. Recorded all this footage to put together for a video and yeah, they've got no sound. So there's a bit of sort of soothing music in the background. Hope it doesn't put you off too much. But yeah, as of last night, stream didn't go too well. Really struggled with this circuit, to be fair. I've took some time out this morning and I've just sort of, obviously on my own, not streaming, just gone at it and obviously looked at a few YouTube videos on obviously gearing, car placement, and it's definitely helped. So as you can see, this is my quickest lap. I think my previous lap was a 17.1 if I remember. So yeah, we really knocked what, sort of 8 tenths off on this lap, and it was the middle sector that I was struggling with, obviously, because the sort of first and second sector are pretty easy. There's a lot of flat out areas, or should I say the third sector, not the second sector, because that's the sector I'm having issues with, like I said. So but yeah, this was my quickest lap. We started to get into a rhythm, still struggling a little bit with the last corner. Obviously this lap we absolutely nailed it. So yeah, it put us in good stead, to be fair. So I thought, okay, I mean, let's jump in. We've put a decent respectable time, let's jump into a race. Only the one race, as I said, and yeah, footage with no sound. I really don't know what I've done, but as I said, I mean, we've got sort of background music. You can sort of like do the vroom vrooms and the tyre noises and the curb noises if you like. But yeah, so we got away. We obviously qualified in second. Our time was good enough for second. First place man was like a second over. I think maybe he might be a sort of an esports driver or something, because yeah, he was super quick. So we'd sort of done this race a few times with a strat, and I'd seen somewhere that somebody said just go hell for leather up to about lap 11, I think it is. I use all your fuel, don't fuel save, run the mediums as long as you can, obviously, well, until the fuel gets that low, and then come in, go onto the hards and fuel for just, yeah, the last few laps. So that was good for me, to be fair. That I've never really fuel saved on this. Like I said, I'm new to the game, so as I said, we're trying to sort of keep up with first place. But as you see, he was like literally wringing its neck, taking every inch of the track and beyond. Obviously within the confines, because he didn't get a penalty. So you sort of like just a puff of smoke or dust from the track. I mean, he was going. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep up with him, in all fairness. You know what I mean? It was, yeah, obviously I'll go a little bit wide here. I sort of, yeah, was worried I was going to get past, but lucky enough I'd pulled sort of enough of a gap. Hoping this wasn't the start of things to come, because this is the sector that I completely obviously messed up on my first ever race here. But no, we managed to clear this. Not too bad. I was sort of happy with that. Obviously, if you look, we're just over a second, so we're out the slipstream range. Now, whether the guys behind were fuel saving, I don't know. Whether they were started on the hards, obviously I started on the mediums. Obviously I think it's because it's a rental car. I'm not 100% sure if I can chop and change. I don't know. Comments down below if I can actually, even though it's a rental car, start on hards and go on mediums. But to be fair, I think the best strat was the one I did, to be honest. But yeah, so your guy puts in the 23.1 obviously on his sort of first lap, start lap, which obviously doesn't sort of indicate, you know, obviously how quick he is. Obviously I'm nowhere near. I think, what have I done, a 25.3, so quite a way off. As you can see, he's already, what is he, just over 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. I'm now 1.7, 1.8, so I can actually relax, to be fair. Yeah, the sort of pressure was off, but in the back of my mind it was, yeah, I can't run the car wide, put a tyre wide, because there's a chance it'll, like, yeah, rotate the car completely, and then that'll be it. Or the guys behind were on a slightly different strategy. So it was, yeah, obviously playing in my mind. I had to push, obviously, as much as I could within, obviously, the confines of the track, because as I said, I didn't want to go wide. I've been doing it in the past, and I think this is like my third race here, and both times, yeah, before it didn't go well, to be fair. Even starting in Poland, I think I spun it on the first lap. So yeah, coming into the last corner, this will sort of give us an indication of where we are as far as sort of lap times. You know what I mean, your guy in front's gone. What is he, 3.2 now? I'm almost 2 seconds. So we do a 17.6, which isn't too bad. I know we can go low 17s, to be fair. So like I said, sort of head down. I knew where I'd sort of lost a little bit of time as well. So like I said, get rounds, yeah, and just try and put the time on. Like I said, was not worried about first place. He's gone. You know what I mean? I think he's probably on the same strategy as me, but he's obviously just showing his class. Obviously, yeah, how quick he is compared to me. So yeah, was not worried. Just trying to perfect this. This was the area. And I got this actually pretty spot on this time. So it was just trying to get into my head to just, yeah, repeat that every lap after lap. Yes, the tyres start to go before I pit. It's nature of the beast with this game. So you have to be careful. And obviously going on to hards, they're not obviously as grippy as the mediums. So again, you have to be careful. So yeah, 10th up. We are now 2.6 gap. So I say gap's looking well, in all fairness. So obviously coming around this horrible last corner. So just trying to clip the apex without going too wide. Just a little bit slow through there. Didn't use all the track, but like I said, I wasn't too fussed. Let's see what time we get. So 17.6 is that. So yeah. So we move on. Lap 6. Obviously, if you can see the timings, I mean, we did get down to a 17.4. So like I said, we were sort of consistent in the 17s. I know we could sort of do sort of mid to low 17s on our best, but like I said, we just had to be careful. By this time, guy in front sort of like, what is he, almost 7 seconds ahead. I'm almost 6.7 in front of third place man. So like I said, it's comfortable by this stage. I mean, just keeping an eye on the fuel, because I weren't 100% sure with the fuel. Obviously working out how when I should pit, how much fuel I need to take on. Obviously going over to the hards. So like I said, in sort of cruise control almost. But as I said, we couldn't sort of rest. We didn't know what strat the guys behind were on. So if they were on a slightly different strategy, it means that yes, they would sort of come back at us towards the end of the race. So yeah, trying to get this corner. I think this is the lap that I messed it up a little bit. Yeah, and it also froze at the same time. Obviously getting the freezing last night and losing sort of half a second. So that really affected us. We were probably going to go wide anyway. And obviously losing the half a second as well. So we put in a 19.8. And we literally, we were, what, we 7 seconds in front. We're now down to 5.6. And yeah, I was like, oh, come on, what is going on? You know what I mean, it just, okay, yes, I was going to lose a bit of time, but you know what I mean, there was probably half a second with it freezing, which obviously wasn't good. So then, it was head down again. Let's see if we can claw some of that back. But yeah, unfortunately, I just go slightly wide there. Yeah, not the best. So a little bit slower than what I would have done. It was just, the whole lap, I think I was a little bit rattled, to be fair. I mean, I had to, slow down a little bit there as well. It was, obviously, it definitely rattled me, to be brutally honest. Losing sort of like 2 seconds through a little bit of my fault, and obviously a little bit of the game's fault. And as I said, in back of my mind, it's like, what strat are they on? Are they going to come back to me? Are they starting on the hards? If they go on to the mediums at the end, you know what I mean, they're going to be a lot faster than me. So, yeah. As I said, it was just trying not to worry, trying not to bottle it at the end of the day. So we'll move on, and we're into the pits, lap 11. So I knew I needed 4 laps worth of fuel. Onto the hards. Do like the pit entries on this game. Definitely not like ACC. I mean, you don't have to slow down for the pit limiter board or anything like that. You just fly in as quick as you can. So, but yeah, we just put a little bit more than 4. We're just a little bit conscious. So, but yeah, as you can see, hards and then straight out. So, I think because we'd left it quite late to pit, everyone else I think had pitted then. So obviously, I come out and the time was like 20 seconds. I thought, bonus. I mean, 20 seconds in front of third place. But no, that started to drop. Obviously, everything started to even out. So as you can see, we're 5.6. Now, I'm sure he was on the mediums. So I'm on the hards trying to get up to speed. So, not to try not to run wide, try not to lose time. Obviously, I had a little bit in my pocket. Okay, but still had to be careful. And like I said, the hards, as you can see, they're definitely not like the mediums. The grip isn't there. Just not a kit in those apexes like I was before. Even with the sort of used mediums by that stage at like lap 11. So obviously you definitely have to adjust your driving. As I said, first place man's gone. What is he, 16 seconds in the lead? He's literally gone. He was definitely on the same strat as me. So it just goes to show you consistency and obviously his pace. If he's like a second a lap quicker than me, probably more actually, because I wasn't putting in my ultimate best. I was more sort of just trying to be consistent and trying not to push and go off the track. That would have been sort of curtains for me. So obviously starting lap 13, I mean, we were sort of looking at the delta behind, and to me we were sort of comfortable. I was feeling we were comfortable, or I was feeling that we were lapping round about the same time. So I don't know, as I said, it could have been that the guy behind wasn't as quick as me, or I don't know, he'd sort of messed his strat up a little bit. As I said, it's sort of giving me a bit more confidence, definitely, to not so much push, but just sort of take it a bit more easy, not make the mistakes, so to speak. So so we're half a second down on our ultimate best, which to be fair isn't too bad, being on the hards. So everyone else would be on the same fuel load, whether you fuel saved or not, so that don't make no difference. Obviously you'd only gain sort of in the pit, to be honest. But so we're up 6.3 now, so we're definitely pushing this. I think it's just sort of shame with this game you can't see what the guys behind are doing lap time wise. I know in ACC you can't really, unless on PC and you've got like Crew Chief and say other apps that are there that will actually tell you, because then you can sort of work off. Actually no, sorry, take that back. You can see on ACC when you've got the MFD of obviously everyone who's running. If you keep an eye, it will tell you what lap times he's doing. So it's something, I mean, whether it is in the game, I mean, I don't know. So we went a bit wide there, you know what I mean, definitely lost a bit of time, but I mean, we only had sort of like 1.5 laps to go, so it wasn't a biggie. It's still sort of 4.7 after that. So, but as I said, I maybe there is something in the game GT7 that you can do that. If there isn't, like I say, it's a shame, because I think it's nice to see what, like I said, lap times the other drivers around you are doing, or the chasing pack, because then you can sort of drive accordingly, a bit like sort of real life at the end of the day, because your crew chief or your pit crew is going to be on the radio to you all the time saying, man behind's half a second quicker than you, 2 tenths, 3 tenths a second. So like I says, you then sort of drive accordingly. But they don't seem to have this in this game, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, on to lap, or last lap, final lap. Like I says, unless I completely mess it up, which I'm hopefully not going to do. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, sort of coming around, I've sort of perfected sector 1, in all fairness, and obviously this part, it was just sort of top of the hill up here. It was, I'm sure I'm just leaving still a couple of attempts on the table up here. I mean, I took it actually not too bad there. Still felt a bit sort of slow and ponderous, but I said hit the apex lovely that time. So foot down, and then obviously it's just sort of foot to the floor now until you come to the last corner. So it's not really a very technical track, but I mean, that's that middle sector with that uphill and then the sort of right hander and then the down. It's can sort of it does make or break my lap for sure. Get it right, it's great. Get it wrong, and you lose a lot of time. Same with the last corner, but a bit of showboat in there. But second, I was over the moon with that, to be fair. Absolutely over the moon. Like I said, once we'd obviously got a good qualifying time, we got used to the track. I'd not sort of lost my head as I did with the live stream a little bit, but as I said, second place, happy with that. Unfortunately, like I said, no game sound again. I apologise for that, but it is what it is. But I will definitely make more of these videos. But as I always say, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.